To complete the picture, we
And,
should dress up like we're at a Muslim wedding.
Ancient Chinese secret.
No, you know what really sucks? Since there's a delay, I don't know if a bit I do is bombing with you or if you just haven't heard it yet. Most of the time.
I actually heard that in real time. I just held on. That's internet jokes, baby. We have a new medium in which
Hell
to
yeah.
fuck with each other.
The possibilities are
wearing
endless.
What's crazy is, like, if you drone on, and not that you ever have, but I'm just saying,
No.
if things go south, I could open a private browser and start cranking it mid-pod.
Hey, while we're at it,
Interesting.
since we like to do big dog shout outs, shout out to Nathan Lund for recommending this flawless program that we're using today.
Yes. Shout out to Nathan Lund. And again, riverside.fm /studio /Chinese Rocket Force Studio. No notes.
No notes.
What a perfect software. What are some other big dogs we got to shout out? I always shout out old Lukey Nesbitt, executive producer. Do we say Sean's full name?
Sean Murray? Yeah, we've said his name.
Yeah, we say Sean Murray's full name. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Also, did we say we were paying him $100 a month or $50?
I didn't know we
think it
were
was
going to pay him
100.
anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been doing the work.
Has he? All
Well,
his
first of all-
texts from all the texts I get from him are like, I swear I'm going to start doing work.
No, he's doing it. He's like sending me screenshots of time
Timestamps?
stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
good
we're
for
doing
him.
all right. Yeah, the three of us are doing great. Together,
Shout out.
we are. We're the nuclear triad that is the Chinese rocket force. Sean was the missing link. He's our underwater submarines just floating around, listening to our horse shit and telling us what's funny.
Yeah, we need a third person for that. One idea I have is if we're going to use Riverside FM in the future, I think when we start recording, we take the join link and we just post it publicly and we say recording now, and then at any
Love it.
point, any stranger can just pop in and just be on the pod.
Yeah, that won't go south.
No, it'll be-
We could probably rename the pod to Chinese Stranger Penis Force after that. I will say, or the working title this week might be Chinese Broken Force. Because how you doing, pal? How's your week?
we just call that the Chinese Rocket Force now. I think we're totally in line with how the current Rocket Force is going.
Yeah, I'd say so. I definitely,
Which is really well.
yeah,
Which is
flawlessly,
killing it.
effortlessly good. Wasn't there a TV show called Two Broke Chicks or something like that?
Two Broke Girls, yeah.
Two Broke Girls. Okay, then we could be in a spinoff called Two Busted Dudes, and just
Two bricked up douchebags.
two bricked up D-bags. Bricked up D-bags would have been a pretty good name for the pod.
That would have.
I'll tell you what, I'm not bricked up here, dude. I'm in my teenage bedroom right now, dog. If these walls could talk, they would say, "Get me a towel."
If they could talk, they'd say, "Whoa." They'd say,
It's crazy, man. Look at that. I got the old Tigers pennant right there. Skateboard company banner. I never skateboarded.
Wow.
Poser. Bunk bed. Goddamn right.
is all that stuff from the
You
recent?
can come over. We can have a sleepover.
Yeah. Well, is that stuff on top of the bunk bed? Is that from the recent move, or has that just been there since your childhood?
Yeah, a lot of that. I like I said, Riverside's great. No problem. I heard everything you just said. I'm gonna assume you were asking about the Nerf guns and all the stuff there. And yeah, man.
Sure, dude.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna figure this out with some better internet.
We're really, we're just handicapped by your parents' internet. Speaking of big dog shout outs, shout out Eric Laux for almost letting us record at his house today.
I was going to say, shout out Eric Lau. I said his name wrong because the internet's fucking up. This is terrible. Ugh. Hard launch of the Patreon with the worst episode ever.
We're not hard launching the Patreon. We're going to soft launch the Patreon for every episode for the next 10 years.
Much like the Chinese rocket force, we're all soft launches. So what's new with you, big dog? How you doing?
I'm great. I've been watching that video of Trump serving McDonald's over and over for the past day. I like that a lot.
What the fuck was that even about?
Oh, he's just connecting with the real people.
Yeah, but is it like a gotcha because Kamala worked at a McDonald's? He's like, see, I did it. It's not that hard.
I think, I think that's the point. Yeah, he's like saying, hey, this is an easy job. Stop complaining, you know?
What a I do love that he was like kind of baffled that you don't really touch the food.
Yeah, no,
with
he
your
was
hands.
Genuinely, he had this like childlike wonder about it. Like he's like it never once touches the hands. And then he was serving out the window and he just starts telling the customers through the window like, it's incredible, it never touches the hands. And they're like, thank you.
Dude, could you imagine? And I know they probably vetted everybody that went through that, but could you imagine if you were just at McDonald's and then fucking Donald Trump popped out of the window with your food like, here you go. Like,
that would be the greatest moment of my life.
God,
no, you know what's even better is being the pimple-faced 17-year-old that's managing that McDonald's and you have to tell the president how to like wrap a burger. That's got to be the best.
God damn it. Riverside, love you, buddy. I imagine you were riffing about a teenager working with Trump. The internet was like, how about we throttle it there?
I literally
Riverside's
was.
just out. I know, I believe it.
Yeah.
It's just Riverside is doing the job of the bad riff alert for us. Not saying it was a bad riff. I thought it was good. But Riverside is currently throttling the shit out of us.
What do you say we make this like a 20-minute app?
I might even have to edit around this, which sucks.
So instead, let's make this a 2-hour app and then cut it down to 1 hour.
Nah, dude, I'm gonna make true Rocketeers are gonna suffer through this one on their drives to work. I feel bad because Jason Pierpoint's probably going to chop someone's foot off now.
Oh, poor Jason.
Rocket force on, and I feel bad. Shout out Big Dog Jason, man.
Yeah.
And shout out all Rocketeers, new and old. By the way, we a couple thousand new listeners, so that's pretty rad. But it's crazy.
My mom hears you riff that all the time, and she's like, are you really getting thousands of listeners? Like,
yes, SOPA.
That sweet lady.
It's exponential growth. Most of our listeners are people from the Maldives who have limited options on entertainment. and a lot of people who are Googling the actual Chinese rocket force. And every now and again, we rear our heads. See, I can't even fucking concentrate because of the granulated picture. And it's going to blow my mind because I know Riverside's going to gaslight us when it uploads both of our things simultaneously. She'll be like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Look great from Riverside's end.
It'll be like in a ghost movie when they look at footage and there's a ghost in it later. And they're like, that wasn't there before.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, you and I are talking through absolute horseshit Gulf War screen time. Like, Mr. President, do you want to order the launch? It's like, yes, I do, from a bunker. And, and then, it doesn't matter. By the way, speaking of George W. Bush, I looked up, he evidently had an IQ of like 94.
Yeah, he's a
Which
genius.
is awesome. No, that's incredible. I think every president should have to have an IQ under 100. Because that's you. If I'm thinking about it, I want an all gut feeling president. I don't want a guy overthinking.
No, you gotta be a real like shoot from the hip type guy.
I mean, at least I think if you're a Republican, I don't want a genius Republican in the
No.
office. And then if you have a genius Democrat, I want him to be as bricked up as JFK. And
Yeah, you gotta have a horny Catholic Democrat.
love that. Love that energy.
I'm your guy, America.
Are you a horny Catholic? Democrat? All three?
Well, I'll be a Democrat. Hey, in the words of Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh, I thought you were talking about any port in a storm. You know, Meatloaf. If you can't be with the one you love. Do you think Sydney Sweeney would be the Marilyn Monroe of the new generation then?
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, they don't make movies that are good anymore, so she's not going to have the filmography of Marilyn Monroe, but like
that's fair.
definitely like the impact. Did you see she's doing like she's doing Dr. Squatch commercials now?
No. That's
So
that
so
either
I don't know.
means Dr. Squatch is doing real good or Sydney Sweeney's doing real bad.
Probably a bit of both. I think she's just at that point. She's taken off, and it's like I don't know. She's like, yeah, I'll try anything. I don't know. I think that's what I like about her is that she seems like a whore, like in terms of
Johnny.
her career choices, not in terms of
Okay.
like being an actual whore.
She seems like a nice lady. Isn't she engaged to somebody?
Sure.
Is she? I have no idea.
No, yeah, she is engaged. There was that whole thing. People thought she was having an affair with Glenn Powell when they were doing that movie, and then it turned out it was like a publicity stunt. And
Sure.
Glenn Powell was like, "Yeah, it was all Sydney's idea. She's a genius." Like,
Yeah, sure, Glenn. It wasn't the studio. And also, I like Glenn Powell, but if we're talking old school Hollywood penny loafers energy, Glenn Powell for sure, dude. That guy's like too cut. He's gay cut. There's a level.
he's gay cut.
He's gay cut.
But
It's
every great movie star, I think, has a gay side to him.
For sure. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, all of them. Because that's just kind of fun theater kid energy. It's not about sexual orientation. It's just about having fun.
Maybe they did have an affair, and the reason Sydney Sweeney's doing Dr. Squatch commercials is because she's gearing up for a divorce.
Oh God, dude, it is crazy how many like conservative gun tubers or just conservative figures lately are like, well, going through a divorce, and it's like, what the, it's like the same people that are like God, country, family type folk, and I like that. I do like that sentiment, and I'm like, yeah, man, if you get married, I think you should, work it out. But then like, still, it doesn't matter your political orientation or religion.
Nobody's safe.
Marriages are exploding.
Dude,
It's like,
nobody's safe from divorce.
no, it's out of control, dude.
It could
I
get any
feel
of
bad
us.
every time, but I feel worse when it's like somebody kind of grifting the good Christian way. And then they're like, turns out sadness can hit us all in a bad way.
Well, that's like that a big right-wing thing now is that divorce should be illegal. Like no-fault
That's
divorce should be
crazy.
illegal.
That's crazy.
Like JD Vance is into that. And Crowder,
Wasn't Crowder? Yeah.
when Crowder's wife left him, he was like, frankly, I don't think she should be allowed to do this. It should be against the law for my wife to leave me.
That is kind of nuts. Especially, because that video like definitely was indicative of abuse, if not
Oh yeah, when he's
maybe not physical.
when he's like blowing cigar smoke in his pregnant wife's face, telling her she can't leave the house.
Yeah, he's like super whiny too, which is kind of wild
Yeah.
to like posture like alpha, but be like that doesn't work either.
It also rules that he's sitting down, crossing his legs and puffing a cigar, but he's wearing like basketball shorts. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't. But he's trying to talk. He's trying to talk like a mobster. He's like, it's about the respect. It rules.
It's insane. Also, the Ring camera being on all the time, wild. And that could be evidence if they gave that. If he had a female judge on that case, she'd be like, "Nah, that's abuse.
Yeah.
You're good. You're out."
Well, I think the telling sign of abuse is when she goes like, I can't take this abuse, and he interrupts her and goes, watch it.
Watch it. Fucking watch
Dude,
it.
that's the perfect response when a woman's accusing you of abuse. If you just you go like, watch
get
it.
angry. Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
say I'm abusive one more time. I dare you. Say it.
I'll fuck you.
If you call me abusive, I will beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's about right. Oh my god. Oh, what a grifty piece of shit.
Steven, take us with you.
Yeah, Steve. Nah, we know.
Steven, I've seen what you've done for others, and I've seen how you've betrayed others too. Dude, he really screwed over Dave Landau.
Dave kind of talked about it on a couple of podcasts, but
Yeah, Dave was on
I just know like the over the top
Michael.
weird stuff.
Yeah,
What's
I saw Dave was on Michael Malice's podcast, and he talked about it, and Crowder was like yelling at him on the phone and saying, I own you, and stuff like that.
That's fucking insane.
And then he hired Brian Callen, and then Brian Callen quit after like a few months.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just kind of a sinking ship all around.
Yeah,
I'm glad Dave got out when he did.
Yeah, I remember like end of high school, early college, Crowder was like one of the guys. Like he was like one of the leading voices, I felt like, for like young conservative guys. Nobody talks about Crowder anymore.
Yeah, well, I never, I don't know, when he was first kind of on the scene, I was like, this guy's a cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
the shoulder holster and the Walther t-shirt, I was like, what? Like, who's falling for this? But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
guys cosplaying for real. I don't know.
Who are the big dogs now?
It's also not lost on me being in my childhood bedroom punching all the way up at a millionaire, but I'll say it. Fuck, dude sucks. Dude, Chinese Rocket Force eventually gonna hit the moon, dude.
Dude, but comedy is about speaking truth to power. And we're sitting in our messy bedrooms talking about how that rich guy sucks, actually.
Actually, that guy is mean to his wife and is gay. He's mean to his wife and he's in the dudes.
You know, one of my
other grounds for divorce. He kisses men a lot.
He does. He likes to do that. And he likes to dress like a lady a lot.
It's kind of out of control. Where I'm
It's
like,
actually insane.
like eventually it's gonna come full circle, and he's just gonna cry on air and come out as trans, and then just be super liberal.
One of my favorite
Which I'm
moments.
like, yeah, man, do that.
There's a good moment on his show. He did the George Floyd challenge, and he had a guy kneel on his his neck, and he
then
goes
on
like,
the editing room floor, Landau's in the background, like, no, you gotta go harder.
yeah. He's like, you got to go harder, and then Crowder's like, wait, but I can't breathe. Like,
Yeah, it's incredible. It's like the water. Have you ever seen the waterboarding clip where the one guy was like, "It's not torture." It was like a conservative pundit for like one of the bigger news networks. And he's like, "I'm gonna get waterboarded to prove it's not torture," and they strap him down and waterboard him, and he immediately starts freaking out, and then like turn the cameras off. They totally leave the cameras on. And he's
Of
like,
course.
"It's torture. It's torture."
Hey,
It's such a
Patreon
great
app.
video.
Patreon app. Lou and I will waterboard each other
Oh God,
on the camera.
I don't really want to do that. I'll waterboard you, but I don't know if I want to get waterboarded.
George Floyd challenge episode. Jaden will have his knees on both of our necks while we record.
Well, I don't know if a malnourished tweaker's the same as an angry Minnesota cop, but
In his brain, he is. In his.
also, how about you watch your fucking mouth? That's Metro Detroit's funniest guy right now.
You're right. You're right. Hey, punching up. We're punching up at the king.
We're speaking truth about. He should come on the pod. I do want him to come on the pod.
Yeah, Jaden, we will do for you what Carl Johnson won't.
Yeah, because I am still willing to be all in on this goof, but Carl the Coward Johnson will not have you on, and that's a bummer. And Carl doesn't think we listen to his podcast, which is funny because I do occasionally.
Yes.
Um,
He talked about it again on the most recent episode with Ruggiero. He brought it up, and he was like, he talked about how Jaden won that, and then how I texted him and said, "Now will you have him on?"
God, I hope he does.
And then John Ruggiero goes like, "I haven't met Jaden, but I've only heard about him through Johnny."
It's fucking legendary, man.
Yeah.
But, dude, I think as far as test launches go, this is a good proof of concept. Once I get out of my I should probably explain why I'm at my folks' place. Don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
The listeners are mostly our homies, so I'll say this to everybody that is in the know that has reached out. Thank you. And if you don't know what's going on, just a lot of family stuff hit at once, as I was also can't say what I was doing. Certain people don't know.
You've said it before on here.
I know, but he's around.
Oh yeah.
I'm at podcast volume. I don't want him to be like, fucking what? From the other room. Like, no. So, anyways, to everybody that's been listening, though, thank you all so much. And if you're a new listener, like, what the fuck's going on? Tune in next week. We'll go over it in detail.
From a place.
From West Hazlitt.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the nickname.
If you said it, you probably wouldn't even remember you said it, because I think every episode we're on manic, like, podcast voice is just a manic episode, you know?
Yeah.
And when it's done, I'm like, guys, people come up to me and they'll ask me to clarify things I said, and I'm like, I don't remember saying any of that.
That's true. I always feel bad. Somebody will text me, big time moment. Somebody will text me like, good bit. And I'm like, I don't remember what the fuck we said. I understand now how so many other comedians will get canceled for shit they say on a podcast. Because it's like you fire it off into the infinite universe of eternal 2020 damnation. And meanwhile, I'm like, I don't remember what I said. And then so now I'm just kind of accepting the fact that when inevitably somebody sifts through everything we've done, I'll be like, that's fair.
I feel like I can imagine somebody showing me something I said on this podcast, and they're like, why did you say this? And I'd go like, your guess is as good as mine. And they'd be like, do you think this was funny? And I'd go like, probably not.
Actually, yes. I'm gonna push back because I'm a ride or die. I'd be like, yes, you thought it was funny, and I laughed at it. I'm culpable too, Your Honor.
I co-sign.
People call us the Menendez brothers of podcasting.
That should be
I
the
haven't
name of
watched
the
that show
podcast.
yet. The Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Not a lot of people know Mario and Luigi also killed their parents. But Nintendo's covering it up.
Oh, Lou, get that slur alert ready. No, we're good.
You got something to say about Italians this week, pal?
No, I'm.
All sips, this guy. It's a thirsty boy in the middle of Michigan. How are you thirsty surrounded by all those lakes still? How are you thirsty? Boy. Me? I'm not thirsty. I'm just drinking Diet Dr. Pepper for the flavor.
I'm drinking a sparkling frost black raspberry from Aldi.
All right, not bad.
It's an off-brand sparkling ice.
Well, I actually kind of want to try some Diet Mountain Dews, but I'm worried that if I had too many, I'd start harassing the couch.
You're afraid of that. It's just liquid courage to harass your couch.
You drink a couple of ice cold Diet Dews and go ahead and fuck a couch silly. I call it vancing around.
Vancing off.
Man. I'm
gonna go home to my couch and vance off.
Oh man, dude, I was riffing at it's just that's how I do comedy. But I was at a show last night talking about how you can vote drunk, which I think is insane.
Yeah.
That you could just show up to the polls fucking blitzkrieg hammered and be like, I'm here to vote, baby. Straight ticket? The only one I'll be going for. Oh, my God. That's going to be wild. What is that, November 6th? Or the 5th?
Oh, the 5th. The 5th is the election. Tuesday
really?
night. We should record Tuesday night, the night of the election. Put it out the following Thursday.
All right. I'll do that.
Good. Yeah, we'll check in on the results as we're going.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. We're less than a week away. Oh, wait. No, we're 2 weeks away. I have no concept of time. I am day by day, buddy.
It's just so, it feels so close because I'm definitely planning on going out and voting. So it's... I'm planning so hard on voting.
It's out of control, dude. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. It's not that it's depressing, but I'm just kind of like, man, I think collectively as a country, we're like, how did we get here, dude?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what's going to fix it. More podcasts. If more of the boys get in front of mics, we're going to solve this.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Trump's making the podcast rounds. Trump, come on.
I was about
come on
to
the
say, God damn it, dude. That would have been a get. To get
that
Trump on Chinese rocket force?
That would have been a solid get. That would have been... Imagine the headlines.
Trump
Donald
on Chinese rocket force?
People were mad at Kamala for doing Call Her Daddy. We've got a way better podcast name. We would totally swamp that headline.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I think no, had it, lost it. I'm having like tons of senior moments lately. Just totally blanking. But yeah, Kamala being on a Call Her Daddy was kind of nuts. Because I haven't listened to that podcast in years, but before the two goofs broke up and then like left Barstool, it's just been like how to suck off dudes you're cheating on with or something.
I heard
and
it's
now
like,
it's transformed into like we have to vote. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
I heard it's not slutty anymore.
No,
which
probably not.
Sucks.
Which, well, that's fine. I mean, people say that about our podcast now, and everybody's got to grow up.
I predict our podcast is going to get significantly sluttier. I think we're going to have the reverse trajectory.
Yeah, that's probably unfortunately true. I'm going to go through about a 6-month sad period where I will probably get outstandingly jacked again.
Nice.
Which, I don't know about that. I liked being fat and happy, dude. Sad and cut sucks ass.
Yeah.
You know? You've been sad and cut.
Yeah, no, I was 15.
Yeah, all right. I hate that I did it at 25, but all right.
Yeah. Dude, a girl from New Zealand did it to me. I'll never forget. I'll never forget how awesome I looked because a girl from New Zealand broke my heart.
At 15?
Yeah.
That's true. I remember you telling me about. I don't know. So what is it? It's October. What's 6 months from now? April.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll make a promise. The Patreon will be up by then, and then in April I'll upload a bunch of cut photos to the Patreon.
Hey, Rocketeers, lock in. The next 6 months are going to be the peak of the podcast.
Yeah. I'll just be hungry and angry.
We
and
are
it's
going to be
gonna
riffing like it's nobody's business.
riffing like a sandwich is on the line. If I make you a laugh, can I eat some more foods? We'll see.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to. Again, to the listeners out there that are like, why do they keep holding on to things? Both of us have guns to our head. In that if somebody came through a door right now and we told you listeners what we actually want to say, dude, this fucking sucks. We should have.
Hey, Lou, we
I
are
have the
entitled.
keys.
We are entitled to some level of privacy. It's
Yeah,
okay.
All right.
We don't owe it to these freaks, you know. We can.
These freaks are our friends right now. And
They
these
are
people
our
we don't know.
only friends.
Yeah. Sign up for OnlyFriends. No, all right, that's fair. I saw. I was driving around the hometown today, and I thought like fun Grosse Pointe blank moment. Literally, I'm in Grosse Pointe.
You
so-
saw Minnie Driver doing a radio show.
Oh yeah, and then I was like, are you ever going to swallow the food that you hold in your cheeks, or is that something for every movie? She looks like a chipmunk.
She does.
Nuts.
She looks like a gorgeous chipmunk.
Yeah. Anyways, I went to Mr. C's car wash for the hometown heroes that know what's up, and I saw a buddy of mine, like an acquaintance from high school. And I didn't quite recognize him at first. And fun fact about having a car, I like going through the car wash lately. And when they spray the foam over the car and you're kind of like dark, you know, you just put on Coldplay and cry real good for like a minute and a half. And nobody knows what you're doing. But so I get out and the car's rinsed off and this guy in a jacket starts pointing like through the windshield at me. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I finally recognized it was an acquaintance from high school. And like kind of guy I knew, I don't know. We were catching up, small talk. And he was asking why I was home and I lied. I was like, things are great. And then
I'm just home to
what's
tell
funny is,
everybody how much I've been killing it.
yeah, dude, that's how it works, dog. I just want to watch VHS tape of The Matrix and Wild Wild West and then quietly think, Will Smith might have really fucking goofed that one. Which you know that, right? That they wanted Will Smith in The Matrix?
Yeah, and he picked Wild Wild
Yeah.
West.
Yeah. Out of control.
Would he
I
have made a
think we
better
are-
song for The Matrix, though?
Here comes...
Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado.
It would have been the same song.
Imagine The Matrix not ending with "Wake Up" by Rage Against the Machine, and it's Wild Wild West instead.
Dude, getting jiggy with it every time they plug the needle thing in the back of their heads. No. But anyways, so yeah. So I see my buddy, and I tip him, and I got like this basic wash, and it was cool because he was talking about comedy and whatnot. And when I pulled out, he's like, "Which wash did you get?" I was like, "Oh, just basic wash, man. It's no biggie." And then he's like, "No, come on, yeah, pull aside." And he grabs like the tire like detail kit, and so he gets down and he starts detailing my tires. I'm like, "Oh, that's like super cool, but it's a Subaru Outback, so I'm not rolling up on trim. Like, get in. Look at how shiny the tires are." But
Yeah.
what's funny is it was just him, and he only did the two driver's side tires. So it's like, it was cool. It was like a hookup but like it's only on half the car. And I'm just like, God bless you, buddy. And so like,
And that's like the only
look-
side you ever see.
I know, but it's so funny because I'm looking at my car through the bedroom window right now, and it's like one side's kind of got like dirty tires, and the other side's like polished chrome. I'm like, all right,
That
well,
rules.
it's just funny because nobody will ever notice. But I don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than it was like charming because he hooked it up, but like only on half the car. I'm like, all right, God bless you, buddy.
And it's
appreciate
asymmetrical too to do just the driver's side. Like if it was the two front
Yeah.
ones or something, I feel more better about that.
See, I think that, but because it's asymmetric, like, nobody's going to be able to tell. It'd be psychotic if somebody was on one side of my car and then went to pass me and went, you fucking look at those rims.
It's so crazy to have a car that has a good side. I think that's funny.
Well, let me tell you, friend,
Like for pictures?
Subaru Outback. Oh God, it's. I have plants in there. You remember the plants?
Yeah.
They're starting to smell. They're starting to smell.
Starting?
I had to take. It's got that stale greenhouse odor going on.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude, we'll get it together by next week. Do you think you're
Yeah.
gonna have it together by then?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, because you still got that gun to your head right now. Listeners, Johnny can't talk.
Nobody's
Johnny can't
ever
say-
nobody's ever gotten things together harder than I'm going to. That's a promise.
But you already have them halfway together.
Yeah.
You're gainfully employed, man. Any given day,
yeah.
you could just go in there and start warping these kids' minds like Dead Poet Society.
Yeah.
Which, have you ever done that? You ever just thrown the lesson plan out because you were hungover and then just really
Yeah.
fucking pulled some shit out
No,
of your ass
it's
for the
it's
day?
so cool. You can just be really lazy, but it seems eccentric. It makes you seem like a genius, if you do
Yeah.
it the right way. Like you know what? Like rip the pages out. We're not doing this today. Today you're gonna stand on your hands and recite T.S. Eliot, and everyone's like, "Wow, this guy's on
want
another
everyone-
level."
I want everyone to take a moment, and we're all going to get introspective today. I want you to read this sonnet. Then I want you to write how it relates to you. And not just something surface level, but how it actually relates to something. And then everybody goes, fucking Mr. Mockney's getting deep today. And
You're pissing me off because I've legitimately done pretty much this exact thing before.
Yeah, I believe it, dude.
Yeah. No, I should go. I should watch Dead Poets Society again and just come in full Robin Williams. Just
Well, you got to be careful.
oh.
You
Yeah, yeah.
make a kid Robin Williams himself.
Let's say 95% Robin Williams. Yeah.
That movie accidentally came full circle, which is sad, and now I made myself sad.
Ah.
Don't do
you know
it.
which one comes full circle in a strange way is World's Greatest Dad, where his son. Have you ever seen World's Greatest Dad?
No.
It's his best movie. Bobcat Goldthwait directed it, and it's Robin Williams is like
Shout out Bobcat and shout out
Nick Kelly,
Nick Kelly, yeah.
the boys.
The gruesome twosome. They call him.
But in World's Greatest Dad, Robin Williams is an English teacher, and he has a son, and his son's like a dipshit, and he's like the worst kid ever. But like his teenage son, and then his son accidentally kills himself while doing autoerotic asphyxiation to jack off, and then Robin Williams, who's been like a struggling author his whole life, he hasn't been able to get anything published. He pretends that his son committed suicide, and he writes a fake suicide note and fake diaries from his son, and they get like super famous, and everyone's like, wow, he was so deep and I never really knew him. And Robin Williams becomes famous for it, and it's a really dark comedy. It's great.
That's out of control. Dude.
It's amazing, dude. It's one of my favorite movies.
All right, I'll add it to the list when I'm doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's
seem
not
like a
one to
counter
watch at the moment. Yeah.
No, I'll save it for Christmas. I will say, speaking of autoerotic asphyxiation, have you ever seen? God, what is the FBI like serial killer show on Netflix?
Manhunter.
Yes. Have you seen?
No, not
Manhunter?
Manhunter. Sorry, Mindhunters.
Mindhunter. Have you
Yeah.
seen Mindhunters?
I've seen a little bit of it.
Oh man, that movie or that TV show probably accidentally taught a bunch of people how to safely autoerotic asphyxiate.
Yeah.
Because there's the scene where a serial killer's like doing it, but he's got it little safety catch. He's got it tied to like a doorknob, like that one right there,
Yeah.
and he's on his knees leaning forward, getting choked out. So when he like chokes out and passes out, he just slumps over and can keep breathing. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
That's how you do it. Everybody knows that.
Oh, I thought people just do it from the ceiling or something. Is
Dude.
that how you're supposed to auto jack?
Literally everybody knows that. All the fellas are aware
Well, I
of the
gotta tell you,
safest way to auto
learn
jack.
something new every day. You know?
See, I do it the most
Turns
dangerous
out I've been
way.
doing it wrong for years.
Doing it the dangerous way is part of the rush, though. So I think that would kind of kneecap it a little bit. I have to know I
right.
might die.
And that's one of the only ways you can die where you're like, he did die doing what he loved. Like, you have to be all in on that to be like, that's your thing. That's
What
one
if
of those
you-
rare instances.
What if you didn't have something to strangle yourself with, so you just jerked off with a gun in your mouth instead, because it's the same?
I think I've riffed that before.
Have you really? Oh man.
Yeah, I think so. Where, like,
On this
you fucking
podcast?
I don't know on this podcast, but I've definitely talked about how maybe he was riffing about like thrill-seeking behavior, like bungee jumpers or something. But I was just
Yeah.
like, just put a gun in your mouth for like 5 seconds. Like, yeah, okay.
Damn it, we're becoming too similar.
Yeah, we are of one.
Everybody's
one mind.
everybody's been warning me about this, and I haven't listened.
I think I'm becoming more like you.
You think so?
No. I mean, I think we're both. It just happens. We're becoming a new entity, and if you weren't such a squirrely bitch, we would not only be of one mind but of one flesh as well.
We'll get in that fly machine together one of these days.
Well, dog, let's just split us in.
Let's Lady and the Tramp is in finally.
I haven't. Oh man, I'd probably never turn that into a bit, but I so badly just have been wanting to post pictures of dudes kissing and then just put Zin on the bottom. Just splitting us in with your bro, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Getting up there. I bought a pack of cigarettes. I'm not gonna smoke it, but I'm thinking about it.
That's like buying a gun and putting it in your mouth.
Isn't
Just
it,
buying a
though?
pack of cigarettes and just looking at it.
Every cigarette you smoke is like putting a bullet in your mouth.
What's what brand of cigarettes?
The cheapest American spirits I could get.
Are those like the light blue ones?
Probably. I don't know. Hey, they're in an Altoids tin already. Threw out my heroin. Put it. I didn't realize Altoids tins are beloved by preppers for like pocket survival kits and heroin addicts.
Really?
For spoons and heroin. Yeah.
I always use them
Perfect.
for Altoids.
No, you gotta get them. I have a loose baggie of mints that Jim makes fun of me for having because I dumped all the mints out into a Ziploc bag, and then I just wanted the tin. And he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm
Those
like,
are good tins. If you're tossing those tins in the trash, you're insane.
Yeah,
think.
that's no. You got to put your listen. You put your floss picks in there for the road. Dental hygiene. If I've learned anything from this root canal, and that's the only thing I've been dealing with for the last 3 weeks, is good oral hygiene matters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brush your teeth while smoking an American Spirit.
Is there any other way? God damn. All right. I'd say this is pretty good for a test launch.
I'd say
you
this is a decent Tesla. We got our footing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. And we'll be in person more often than we'll be in person sometimes.
Yeah, you should. Well, I'm dead ass. Let me get a little bit more established where I'm at, but come down whenever you want, because that would be rad. And then,
I'm actually planning on being there soon. I'll let you know when that is, and then maybe we can. Yeah,
cool.
And then I know you're up here all the time, so.
Yeah, and then because of family stuff, I will probably be back.
Yeah.
Probably every 3 weeks. So. Yeah. I'll be around. So
all
hey, right. Rocketeers. Look forward to at least one monthly in person, and then if we double up,
yeah,
do a little bank,
bank 'em, baby.
Ooh, it's so winter's coming. Let me get some bankies, banky eppies. Cuddle up with some bankies.
I did butt plugs, banky.
Yeah,
plugs?
I've got literally nothing.
Oh, nice.
In November booked. I'm starting over, and I didn't reach out to do any road stuff.
Yeah.
With everything going on, I'm like, I'll probably be open biking a lot, and then I might hop on some shows, but I'm playing it by ear the rest of November. But December, Detroit shows, I've got the Comedy Rumble. I'll be headlining the Rusted Crow Distillery on my birthday. At the Independent Comedy Club, December 28th, we'll be doing a collab show with Joanna Madrona called Louie's Heavy Flow Show, because it's normally Joanna's
I'm on that.
Heavy Flow. Yep. So
yeah,
November.
Very upset. I booked that show, and I'm like, I'm finally out of the shadow of Louie, and then Louie just came and took it over.
No. Nah, man, I'm coming back. Hey, listen. People always tell me, how's Johnny gonna fill those shoes? I'm like, 'cause he's got big feet, baby. I love watching him cook. You're busting out of my shoes already, pal. The king of Lansing is what they're calling you now.
That is what they're calling me now.
Yeah. And Duke Nick Earl, you guys are crushing it.
Yeah.
It's just such a sentimental show at Crunchy's a couple weeks ago, and now I just imagine you slapping every new kid on the back of the head as you walk in.
You're not wrong. I got very mean on Monday night talking about a couple. I was chatting. Shout out Big Dog Pete Sender. I was talking to him because he doubled up on Crunchies and Max, and I was talking to him at Max. And
fucking love Pete, dude.
My sour side really did come out talking about a couple of guys, which I didn't like about myself, but you gotta let it out sometimes. You can't repress
you gotta let that hate out. Yeah, save it for the Patreon, but yeah.
I'll name names to you later. I'll call you later. We'll talk about it.
Okay, all right. Damn, dude. So butt plugs this week is I've been Sergeant Zimmed back to Buck Private, and Johnny hates some local people.
And I will, if you come to my open mic, I will punch you in the face.
Right in the fucking mouth.
That's my plug.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you the light at 6, and then when you get off stage, I'm gonna hit you in the mouth.
No, I'll tell you what. It's gonna be gut at 6, head at 7. That's your
nice
flashing light if you run.
Head at 7 sounds like a beautiful night in with the lady, of which I don't have anymore.
Imagine.
What? There's a butt plug for you. Is it too soon?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I guess not.
Nah.
People need to know. I don't know, Lou, you might want to cut that out because that's when the DMs start rushing in once people catch wind.
You know what? Everybody keeps saying stuff like that, and I never get approached by straight women. It's always gay dudes out of control. Yeah. Gay dudes be rushing, dude. That's like they're making NFL combine numbers rushing into them DMs. Yeah. And then it's always tomboy women, and then they go, actually, I'm gay. And I go, all right, that's fair. Like, okay.
Could have told you that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know what fantasy the other male comics have where they think my DMs are just full of mentally stable, attractive women.
I never said your DMs are going to be full of mentally stable, attractive women.
No, but I know you didn't. But other people are like, "You're gonna be fine, dude."
Possibly one of those things, but all three. I don't.
No.
Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'll take a mentally
A mentally stable, attractive man.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dude, that should have been the name of our podcast. Mentally
Play
stable,
ball.
attractive men. That's us.
well, I wouldn't want to lie to the viewers. But okay, no, I don't know. So dealing with that, do you have any November shows coming up? Pluggies? We're still in
So stuff I've said before, Ozones will be on October 31st on Halloween night. There'll also be a Halloween costume contest. Jacob Barr is going to be there. Couple other people, I forgot who, but other people will be there. Don't remember off the top of my head. November 1st and 2nd, I'm at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase with Matt McClowery. A new show just added. I am going to be with Zach Martina and Ella Horwedel at the Hamlin Pub on
right on.
November 19th at 8 p.m.
Just did that last night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
As far as a Tuesday night bar show, no complaints.
Okay. So yeah, that'll be the 19th, and then Hell Yes Fest, November 14th through 16th. I'll be there in New Orleans. So
fuck yeah! All right. Hell yeah, man. Let's try and coordinate a few more festivals next year if we can.
yeah,
But all right, I think that does it for pluggies. So
pluggies.
should we tap the screen with our microphones and then
Sounds
do the thing
good.
we do?
Yeah.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
How's life, John?
Dude, life has literally never been better.
Mm-hmm.
I go out onto my porch, and I don't want to jump off of it because it's too low to the ground.
Yeah,
so
I feel like you would just break your legs or like potentially wheelchair yourself.
I'm on the second floor. Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah. Nah.
So
You know what's funny? I was
my
talking
high
to Jim.
aspirations are to live in an apartment higher up.
Hey, maybe someday you'll be on the 3rd floor.
That's
did,
the lethal level.
I think you want 5.
Yeah, just for
Yeah.
safety. Yeah.
I did ask Jim when visiting. I was like, "Hey man, is the Willis Tower tall enough?" and he's just like, "What?" I go, "Is the Willis Tower tall enough?" He goes, he's like, "What? And I'm like, is it Jim? Is it tall enough?" He goes, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then finally it hit him. I was like, and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
So that's my second thought I ever had there. But first thought was, no, this place is cool. So
Yeah. I say we end on that. Hey,
why not,
Patreon
baby?
Patreon episode. We'll record each episode on the next level of the Sears Tower, and then the last episode will be us on the way down.
in the elevator,
In the elevator, headed back down,
headed back there.
and continuing with the rest of our lives. Yeah.
Exactly. Successfully and happy. Honestly, man, we did it. Good
We did
mobile
it.
rocket force with all
Killed
of the, this will be fun to edit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not chopping it up that much. We'll figure it out.
It's too
And then I'm
perfect.
just going to put Sydney Sweeney in the thumbnail because that'll get some clicks.
Awesome.
It's just going to say, we found her at top, Chinese Rocket Force episode 32 on the bottom. And now it's titular.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I love you, pal. I'll talk to you later.
You too, bud. I'll see you. I'll keep this open so it'll upload.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that. We're at 62% because it's doing work while we're doing work.
Nice.
Listen, everybody, if you want to start a marginally good podcast away from other people,
Riverside
Riverside.fm.